There shall be shadows between our cities.
I nourish myself with spiritual food, and I am free. I nourish myself with spiritual food, I am free. I'm loving the divine in me. I'm taking the time to love me. I'm feeling the divine in me. I'm feeling the love in me. I nourish myself with spiritual food, and I am free. I nourish myself with spiritual food, I am free. Mother Nature, I love thee. Giver of life, she loves me. I remember the beauty of thee. I remember the beauty in me. I nourish myself with spiritual food, and I am free. I nourish myself with spiritual food, I am free. I remember to love me. I remember how that feels. I remember to love me. I remember how that feels. Nourish myself with spiritual food, and I am free. Nourish myself with spiritual food, I am free. I nourish myself with spiritual food, and I am free. I nourish myself with spiritual food, I am free. I nourish myself with spiritual food, and I am free. I nourish myself with spiritual food, I am free.
Join with me for a 15-minute meditation and allow the words that I speak to be the words of your own heart. As I relax and breathe into this moment, the full awareness of the oneness with Spirit is right here with me. I know there is only one source, nearer than my hands and feet. It is every aspect of me, and yet it is so much more. It is the source of everything. It is ever unfolding. It is all goodness, grace, and love. It is pure potentiality. It is all wisdom. And it is from this place that I am so thankful. I give constant thanks, for I know the best is yet to come. And yet I am living my best life ever right now. Day after day, I feel Spirit at one with me, and all my good and perfect gifts are available to me in this moment. I am surrounded by all the best in life. So I open my eyes and I choose to see my wonderful life. And I realize how amazingly blessed I am. I choose to see the positive aspects of my life today. I choose to focus on that which I want to see grow. I cease concentrating on the negative things in my life, and I concentrate on the wonderful things, for I know they are coming into reality. As I concentrate on the wonders and beauty and the grateful things in my life, even more is drawn to me. That is my point of power. I see the miracles of life, and I realize that I am part of all that is, and that I live and move and have my being within this amazing field of pure potentiality that I call God. I make a habit today of approaching life with the right mind, with the right thoughts. I am joyous. I am expectant. I have absolute faith that only the very best is for me. Over and over again, I hear the still small voice that says, I want only the best for you. So today I choose to allow only the best. I choose to be number one. I deserve it. I am worthy. Today I choose to think in a wholehearted way rather than a half-hearted way. I choose a new way of being and thinking. I know that Spirit wants all the best that I could ever possibly hold and have. So today I allow it. Today I have learned to put first things first in my life. All the very best is mine now. I know that as I do this, I give others the permission to do it as well. I choose to leave worrying for others. I know the how is up to Spirit. I know that God can. So I choose to accept and allow and have faith. I know where my faith and belief is. It is in my oneness with Spirit. It is in the knowledge that Spirit is all there is. I know my security lies in the supportive, loving embrace of the universe. Today I choose to get my values straight. Today I use meditation to see clearly how I am supported by the universe. Today I find the perfect balance in life. I raise my consciousness to greater heights. I live a wonderful life every day, connected to Spirit, in the flow. I know the kingdom of heaven is within me. It is waiting for me to recognize it. I know this to be true. I believe it. I see it in my everyday life. I know the kingdom of heaven is a state of mind. I know it is within me. I choose to open myself up to see even more of how I am connected, how my life can be heaven today. I know I can bring about anything I really desire. My every desire is of the very highest and best for me. And I know that what is good for me also benefits everyone else. I choose the desires that are the highest and best for everyone concerned. Every day, I learn to control and discipline my thinking. I know that I have achieved a lot already, and I am a student of life. I continue to get better and better in my thinking. I choose to move forward with a clear intention to persevere and to be patient. I celebrate my successes. I know that every day, a little bit more, I am able to control and discipline my every thought, word, and deed. And I bring about the most wonderful results in my life. I am working with the law of the universe. I am in the flow. I am a walking miracle, or as I like to say, a walking natural. Today I have a deep desire to make it work. I have the faith and belief that it can work. And I have a definite vision in my consciousness. I see it working out step by step. And then I release it to Spirit to bring it to me in my highest and best. I start right now to do everything that has to be done. And I have the right attitude. And I see what happens. I see everything working out in true perfection. And I always give thanks. I know that gratitude keeps the door wide open. I know that gratitude enables more and more to work out in my life. My life is filled with joy. I know the universe always says yes to me. I count my blessings every day. I know how amazingly blessed I am, and I give thanks. I know that gratitude works like magic in my life. I have seen the transformation in my life and continue to see it every day. I know that life is indeed what I make it. And because of this, my whole attitude is always looking for the best in every situation. I am a real optimist. I am a realist. I have proved it for myself, and I expect the very best in everything I undertake. I know that I can do it perfectly, for what is mine to do is always in front of me for me to choose it. So today I look at my life and see where I need to change. Now I am willing to change. I'm willing to change my thinking, my behavior, my attitudes, to allow for my best life to unfold. I learn to change, and I change quickly. I choose to move forward with clear intention. And I know that every change is indeed for the very best. So I relax and I let go, and I let Spirit take over. For I know that I am in the flow of the universe. I know that it is already done, and so it is.
Blow me a kiss before you go. Blow me a kiss and I will know. Blow me a kiss before you go. Why wait until the end to live? Why wait until the end to tell me how you feel? Why wait until the end to love? Why wait until the end to show me how you feel? This is the universal peace song. This is the universal peace song. Whether you're right, whether you're wrong, you gotta sing a new song. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la. Let's sing about love, let's sing about peace, let's sing about all the good things here in heaven. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the greatest one of all? It's me, it's me, it's me. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the greatest one of all? It's you, it's you, it's you. This is the universal peace song. This is the universal peace song. Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, I gotta sing a new song. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la, la 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 la, la. Let's sing about love, let's sing about peace. Let's sing about all the good things here in heaven. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la. Why wait until the end to live? Why wait until the end to tell you how I feel? Why wait until the end to love? Why wait until the end to show you how I feel? I'll blow a kiss before I go. I'll blow a kiss and you will know. I'll blow a kiss. Sabhi jaga Ishwariya prem Yesu Sabhi jaga Ishwariya prem 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 Ishwariya Everything that I feel is love of God. Everything that I feel is love of God. Love of God, 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 love of God. Ishwariya Prem, Ishwariya Prem, Ishwariya Prem, Ishwariya Prem, Ishwariya, Ishwariya, Ishwariya Prem.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity. We are so delighted to have you here, and I had this insight that rather than calling it a live stream, it's a love stream. And I hope you enjoyed the precursor to our program today with the meditation and some of the beautiful songs by Valerie Williams. She is a wonderful New Thought singer as well. And I am here today with Emilio Zaras, who is our wonderful New Thought singer. It's absolutely fabulous. I look forward to today and the beautiful songs. We are looking at doing an entire session today on breathing, and I think you're going to find it really interesting. I know it sounds like it could be a very short topic, but it goes on, just like our own breathing. So let's begin with our first song. I Am the Thinker That Thinks the Thoughts by Sue Riley, because this is our theme this month. We're looking at basically being spiritual mavericks, which means that we understand, we take charge, we don't let anyone else take responsibility for our lives, we take responsibility. So take it on, Emilia.
Okay, let's dance to this, because this is a lot of fun.
Woo!
I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me what am I am beauty, I am joy. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. Dancing time.
Groovy.
I can choose to be the light and brighten someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life.
Yes, what we think about comes about, doesn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, it really does.
And what a perky song. I hope you really enjoyed that. That's going to be our theme song all month. Okay,
I love
now one breath at a time as we slow it down, don't
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna breathe.
we? Okay.
This is by the great Karen Drucker. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. That's where peace comes in. One step at a time. Sing it with me. One step at a time. One step at a time. That's where peace comes in. One step at a time. One breath at a time.
Breath at a
One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes. breath at a time. Take one breath, one step, one breath, one step, one breath, one step. Just breathe. One step. Breathe. One step. Just breathe. One step. One breath. One step. Just breathe. One step. Just breathe.
Just breathe. Oh. Join with me in this moment of breathing. In this beautiful, serene, wonderful place that calm, harmonious breathing brings immediately. This is the place where God resides. This is the place where I can tap in to the wisdom, to the love, to the grace of God. So join with me in consciousness, in knowing this to be true. There is only one divine essence, one pure spirit, one absolute mind of God, and it resides at the center of me. It resides within every breath. It is what harmonizes, balances, and brings about loving, beautiful, peaceful feelings. And so I just breathe. Breathing in and breathing out, knowing I am one with Spirit, whether I notice it or not. And so every day, as often as I can, I notice my breathing. And I take a deep breath in, and let it out, knowing I am one step closer to the Spirit within me. So as gratitude fills my heart, I let these words go, knowing that the infinite is always saying yes to me. Please join with me in saying, and so it is.
This is another meditative song. I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in, I give out, I let love, I let go, I release. I know I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. Breathe. No need to push, no need to try, no need to worry or question why. Surrender, let go, release, and know. I take in, I give out, I let love, I let go, I release, I know.
Today's daily word is joy. Joy is my constant companion. I discover reasons to feel joyful every day, even in the most challenging circumstances. I begin by centering my awareness on the Christ, the divine presence within. I feel love and peace lift my heart, and possibilities for good fill my thoughts. I am joyous. I may experience joy as exuberance, delight, and wonder. Joy may also come quietly as the peaceful assurance of God's presence wherever I am, whatever I'm doing. My awareness of joy brings a glow to even the most ordinary day. I engage wholeheartedly in all that is mine to do today. I share my joy with everyone. Through kind words, a sunny smile, a warm welcome to everyone I meet, I radiate joy and bless the world with my positivity, happiness, and bliss. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118:24. So this is our year of perfect vision, seeing through a spiritual lens. And today we're going to be looking at mindfulness for Mavericks for the entire month of June. And I know you're thinking, mavericks? What's a maverick? So we're going to look at that today. And this particular week, we're focusing on just breathe, because it is one of the things that mavericks can do to bring themselves back to a spiritual center. So let's take a look at the traits of a maverick. We're going to look at throat singing, and we're going to look at heart math. Breathing is life. It is life sustaining itself with the ebb and flow of each inhalation and exhalation. Breathing is also method or technique that helps us to process, shift, and evolve. And we can do both. We can be just unconsciously using our reflexes and breathing, and it's God that's breathing us. We don't cause it to happen, it just does. But the beautiful thing is that we can also do it deliberately. And there are so many world traditions that are using breathing in their spiritual work, in their religious ceremonies, because it's so important in connecting us with the divine within. So the traits of a maverick, let's go there first. So first of all, they're true-hearted and authentic. And I know that you are. And I know that I certainly attempt to be as true-hearted and as authentic as I can, releasing fear and just being willing to stand in my own truth. They believe in their own vision and ideas for the world. And I know that many of us have adopted others' visions, other people's ideas of the world. Often watching the news a lot can cause us to kind of go into that mode of negative thinking or out there-ness. And the thing is that as spiritual mavericks, we create the vision for our own life and for our own community, and we move forward alone or together following that vision. And that brings up all kinds of ideas on how we can actually do that. They change the status quo. And I know that as Unity, we are not the largest movement, spiritual movement in the world. We're actually one of the smallest. But we're on the leading edge of something that is like having won the lottery, to know that we each have spirit within and know that we each create our own lives based on our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and we know that we are constantly connected and through prayer and meditation can get the guidance to move forward. And so we do change the status quo. No matter what it is that's going on out there, we each have the power within to make that transformation. They have strong convictions. Yes, and it doesn't mean that we go around beating people over the head saying, you need to be saved, because we don't do that. We walk in confidence of what it is that we know, and we live our lives based to the best of our ability to be God on earth, to have heaven on earth. And that's a strong conviction, whether you do it loudly or quietly. Most of us are pretty quiet about it. They choose to see the world through their own eyes. And what's so interesting about that is, I don't know when it happened for you, when you started to realize that you didn't necessarily agree with everything that you were being taught or you were being told, and that you could choose to see the world through your own eyes. And that once you started to do that, how empowering that was. You are truly a spiritual maverick as a consequence of that. They have great intuition. Every one of us has at least one story to tell of how our intuition has guided us. That gut feeling that, maybe I should do this kind of idea that occurs, and then the doors fly open. We have great intuition. The traits of the maverick, they come in all shapes and sizes. The power of their spirit and endeavor is what makes them special. You know how you say that who you are speaks so loudly I can't hear what you're saying? That's that whole thing about it. Doesn't matter how big or small or what color your skin is or any of that to be a spiritual maverick. You have spirit as your guide, spirit as your power, and you're special. You just are. Ianla shares breathing technique for conquering fears, and this is from the OWN Network. And I'd like you to watch this. It's just a couple of minutes, but it gives us some ideas about breathing.
One of the ways that we can move through fear, known, unknown, hidden, acknowledged, is really know how to breathe. So many of us breathe backwards. We don't breathe fully. When we inhale, we suck ourselves up, and when we exhale, we relax. And true breathing is exactly the opposite. On the inhale, we should expand the diaphragm and allow the oxygen to fill our lungs. And on the exhale is when we deflate. So let's try that. Inhale and just expand the diaphragm. If you need some help, put your hand on your belly and gently push against it. That's your inhale. And on your exhale, let it deflate. On the inhale, through the nose, just expand the diaphragm. And on the exhale, just let it deflate. Don't work at it. Let the breath breathe you. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Work with gently expanding on your inhale and gently deflating on your exhale. Become familiar with your breath. See when you can notice your inhale and where it stops and your exhale and where it begins. And begin to differentiate the inhale from the exhale. Remember, breath is your connection to your source, to your creator. So the more consciously you breathe, the more consciously you'll be connected to your divine source and inspiration.
So now, let's look at throat singing. Throat singing is a guttural style of singing or chanting, is one of the world's oldest forms of music. If you were watching at the beginning of this program just before meditation, the song Nourish Me had a little bit of throat singing in it with Valerie Williams. So there are 3 areas of the world where they do throat singing. In Tuva, which is in Mongolia, the Inuit, which we're going to see a video of in a couple of minutes, and the Xhosa. Nelson Mandela and Desmond Tutu are famous Xhosa, also called Ifing. And that's the term for throat singing. So Inuit throat singers stole the show at the cabinet swearing in. And I think you'll enjoy this. These little girls are so sweet. Interesting, isn't it? Apparently in Nunavut, it came about as being a game that girls played. It wasn't something that men did because all of the men went out to hunt, and they were sometimes gone for long periods of time. And so the girls would do this as a game, and whoever started giggling was the one who lost that particular round. And also mothers used to have their babies in like a papoose on their back. And when the baby wouldn't sleep, she would do throat singing. And it came from imitating sounds in nature and just those guttural sounds that you were making a sound not only breathing in, but also breathing out. So it's a fun exercise to try. And it takes actually a lot of energy and really great breathing to be able to do it. It resonates in your body in a way that you just can't imagine. So go on YouTube and find some throat singing. There's even some instructional videos that you can watch to learn how to do it a little bit. And so let's go to HeartMath. Now this was probably one of the best tools that I ever learned. And it's called HeartMath, and there's actually an institute in the United States that studies it. And it's really interesting because what they've discovered is that our heart actually contains a thinking center, and that it controls then our brain and sends messages to our brain. And what they found out is that if we can create a harmonizing of the brain in the heart and the brain in our heads,
that we bring about homeostasis or balance or harmony, or what the HeartMath people call coherence. And when you have that, and they use all these scientific terms, what I call it is I'm connecting with my source, with the God within. And as soon as I do that, all of the qualities that are God show up in that moment in my life, and for a long period of time afterwards. So we're going to have an exercise in doing this HeartMath exercise, and you'll also be able to find it on YouTube afterwards, just as a separate instructional follow the guide kind of a meditation for 5 minutes that will help you to do this type of HeartMath breathing. So HeartMath is a new heart-based awareness and connecting to heart intelligence. As we harness the true power and intelligence of the heart, it changes how we think and feel, how we see the world, and how we relate to others. That's Howard Martin from the HeartMath. He wrote the book, actually, called Heart Intelligence. Just as harnessing electricity changed the outer world, when we learn how to harness the true power of intelligence of the heart, everything will change about how we think and feel and how we relate to one another. I had a real awareness this week about, and it, on an intellectual level I knew it, but I guess my heart brain connected with this information this week. And that was that I had a period of time in my life where I felt as though there was a freight train coming at me all of the time, as though the light at the end of the tunnel was not the light to get out, but something coming at me. And I would say that on an average, I cried like once a day, if not several times a day, because I had that feeling inside, and I had no idea how to relieve it, to get rid of it. I just didn't know. And one of the things that I realized was that I was searching at that time to find peace, to find a way to live a less stressful life. Unfortunately, I came across many tools, HeartMath being something I found a little bit later. But what I'd like you to know is that because we have this connection between our heart and our mind, that if we live this low grade of anxiety, or this low grade or even high grade of stress, that the body goes, oh, this is normal. And so it creates almost like a really strong pathway between the heart and the head. And you've raised the bar as to the stress level that you're willing to live at. And the thing is that when you've done that, it's almost like a broken record. It just keeps being stuck in that loop. And you really need to jolt it out of that groove to get back to the place of the peace and the joy and the harmony that are really at the core of who you are. And HeartMath is an absolutely fantastic way of being able to do it without needing to analyze, without needing to have any special tools, without even needing to be anywhere in particular. You can do it with your eyes open and in the middle of a scenario. So let's move on here. So the HeartMath experience, you connect with the heart of who you truly are. Your heart. Did you know that you can hear it? You can feel it? I don't know if you've ever stopped long enough to really hear your heart and to feel what it has to say. I know I used to play this game when I was in my teens and even when I was younger. We didn't use our bathtub very often because we were Finnish as in two N's, and came from Scandinavia. And our way of bathing was to go into a sauna, which was 2 separate rooms, a shower room, and with benches for the whole family, and a room that had steam and hot rocks. And the family would go there together, and then we would take turns and have a shower afterwards. And so what I had the opportunity to do occasionally, and I'd have to beg my mother to be able to do it, I think because we were on well water and she was concerned that we'd use up too much water, I'd go into the tub and I'd submerge my ears so that just my face was out. And then I could hear my heart for the first time. I mean, I could put my hands on my wrist and I could feel my pulse, but I couldn't hear my heart. But going into the tub in that way, I could hear all kinds of bodily sounds that I didn't even know existed. So I don't know if you've ever done that, but it's a wonderful feeling. I don't quite fit into the tub the way that I did when I was a kid, but being able to even be in a lake or in a pool and have your ears underwater, you get the sense of that feeling. When you take the time to reconnect, you can easily reevaluate what you've come to know about yourself and the world. And the thing is that when we give ourselves a break, a breather, and that's where that word came from, giving ourselves a breather, that it opens up the door to just release some of that stress and be able to say, is this how I want to continue to move forward? I remember early on, one of the techniques I learned was to count to 10 if I came to a situation that I was angry or I was upset or I didn't know what to do. But something I learned, and it was actually from my husband, Reverend Randy, and that was breathing. I would be upset about something, like let's say, I don't know, I can't think of what it might be, but I'd be upset about something and I'd start to cry. And in the crying, the first thing I did was hold my breath. How many of you hold your breath when you start crying? Most of us do, actually. And we're crying, and every now and then it's like, and then cry again. And the thing is that if you were to just take slow, gentle breaths, that releases that anxiety, that tightness, the crying, and whatever is underneath that, and allows for this opportunity to reevaluate what's really going on. So are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling lonely and disconnected? Are you feeling isolated? Because my best guess is that harmony from your heart to your mind, that coherence, has some stress in there. And that's become your new normal. And that as you start to release that the stress starts to release. And the feelings of loneliness start to release. And there is this sense of connectedness to something, even if it's something that you can't see, this sense of optimism, this sense of certainly not isolation, but a togetherness, even when you're alone. So know that you are not alone. You're never alone, because we are all one. And in that harmonized, coherent place is where we connect with all that is, including everyone in your life. The world is changing faster than ever. We are always evolving. It's just at a really fast pace right now. And especially, you can feel it in the chaos. If you watch CNN or listen to some of the news, you can feel this urgent kind of a pace. And there is an inner prompting at this time to awaken to new possibilities. This is the prime time, not when things calm down, but in the middle of the chaos, to start to awaken to the new possibilities. Researchers have discovered that learning how to access the heart's intelligence is the key to managing personal and global change. You know, when we say that one person can make a difference, that's how. Because as we become the vibration of spirit on earth, of the absolute divine intelligence, that we then not only change ourselves, but we change the vibration around us, and so on, and so on. So you can create a new life experience simply just by breathing. When you take the time to reconnect, you can easily reevaluate what you've come to know about yourself and the world. When you begin to harness the true power and intelligence of the heart, everything will change for you. About how you think, how you feel, how the world functions, and how you relate to others. It sounds almost unbelievable, miraculous, and it is so gentle and so easy that it can seem impossible that you can make such a huge shift with something as simple as this. So let's look at some simple techniques to access your heart's intelligence, the divine wisdom within. Did you know there's an influence of the heart and brain in the body? That the two really do influence each other? Did you know that before? Because if not, it is true. The heart communicates information such as health and wellness functions, and also wisdom and compassion. And that's the brain part of the heart. And so let's discover the power of heart harmony. And it's an optimal state where your heart, your brain, and your body align to create transformative outcomes. Are you ready to have a transformative outcome or a tool for when you need one? So harmony refers to the cooperative alignment between the heart, mind, emotions that allows the spirit to infuse your system. And that's what we're looking at here, to be deliberate creators of our reality. Deliberate, not just reflex action. Practicing heart harmony for even a few minutes lifts your vibration, making it possible for your heart's intuition to inform your attitudes, discernment, and choices. I remember when we were doing the Great Peace Experiment, which was 90 days worth of prayer treatments for 3 minutes and 48 seconds every day, that it made a shift in our community. It made a shift in terms of unemployment levels and crime rates, and also, I think it was prosperity rates, to a really discernible degree. And it was just meditating for 3 minutes and 48 seconds every day. So when I say practicing heart harmony for even a few minutes lifts your vibration, the square root of 1% is the only time that is required to make that shift. Pretty awesome, isn't it? We can measure that we are radiating this heart magnetic field and that our nervous system is tuned to this field and receiving information from others. They say that actually our heart vibration goes outside of us by several feet, and that's why you can sense what's going on with someone when you start to approach them. What this means is that there's a real energetic communication that is happening between people all the time. That's Roland McCarty. So here's the heart math exercise, the heart harmony exercise. So sit back and relax, and this will take about 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Let's take a few moments now to do some heart-centered breathing. Bring your attention and awareness to your heart, to the center of your chest. Now imagine your breath is flowing in and out through your heart area. Breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. Just find an easy rhythm that is comfortable for you. Putting your attention around the heart area helps you harmonize, get centered, and coherent. As you continue heart-focused breathing, make a sincere attempt to experience regenerative feelings like care, gratitude, appreciation, love for someone or something in your life. Imagine them in your mind's eye. Perhaps you can re-experience a time when you felt love or appreciation for a person, a pet, a time in nature. Perhaps it's an accomplishment that filled your heart with joy. Or just breathe the attitude of love and gratitude. As you are doing this, know that you are increasing your harmony and coherence levels. Your nervous system is synchronizing. Hormones are being released into your system that regenerate you. Signals from your heart to your brain are moving through your emotional and higher brain centers. This opens you up to experience more uplifting feelings and gives you direct access to intuition and divine guidance. So take a deep breath now and continue to imagine that it is your heart that's doing the breathing. And as you imagine your heart doing the breathing, imagine that pleasant scene, that loved one's face, that wonderful pet, that sense of joy, love, appreciation, whatever that means to you. As you continue breathing from your heart center. So how did that feel? You've just experienced heart harmony. You can shift to your heart anytime, anywhere, with your eyes open or closed. The steps we just did are heart-focused breathing, imagining that you're breathing through your heart, and activating a positive or renewing feeling, seeing someone's face that you love, seeing a scene that you love, some accomplishment that you had and how it felt. So basically today we talked about the traits of a maverick. Hi there, Maverick. I'm one too. Hi there, Maverick. Throat singing, which is just so much fun, and heart math. So say this affirmation with me, and then we'll go into another song. I breathe mindfully that I may intend, speak, and act as a spiritual maverick, doing what is mine to do, manifesting a world that works for all. So Breathing the Same Air by Daniel Nahmod.
I loved your message.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's an idea whose time has come. A new generation decides as one of the same small planet we are born. It's never been so obvious before. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky, breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I. The future of history is crystal clear. The borders between us will disappear. Of the same small planet we are born. There's no foreign country anymore. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky, breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I. Well, some say I'm out of touch with the times, that this world is no place for a vision like mine. Well, still I can see it, and still I believe it. There's too many lives on the line. There's too many lives on the line. We breathe the same air. We should get along better, you and I. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky, breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better. Oh, you and I. We breathe the same air. We breathe the same air.
Ah, take a deep breath. Beautiful. Say this giving affirmation with me as we affirm our prosperity and abundance. From the love of pure spirit in me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And know that you can give to us at Unity here. Follow the prompts at the end of this video, and it'll tell you where to go to be able to do that. So now, Too Blessed to Stress. I hadn't heard this song before. I really like it.
I love it. It's, I just learned this, and I love this song. It's Too Blessed to Be Stressed. I've been singing it all week.
Okay, let's do it.
It works. And we can dance to it too. Let's bring up some joy. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Not gonna let it get me down. Not gonna let it push me over. Not gonna let it run me around. 'Cause I know the truth. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Sing it with me. I'm too blessed. Not gonna let it push me over. Not gonna let me run me. Stand up for me. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Sing it with me. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I am grateful for your day. Yes, yes, I am grateful, I am wide awake. Yes, yes, I am grateful for each passing day. Yes, yes, I am grateful, I am grateful. Oh, I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too blessed to be. Don't you know I'm so blessed?
Doesn't that have a smile on your face, eh? That was fabulous. So let's just take one more moment to relax into closing prayer. And say this with me if you like. And also include those in your heart that you're thinking about, knowing that their highest and best is unfolding. The infinite mind of God fills my consciousness with all I need to live a full and happy life. I follow the guidance. I am peaceful. I release all fear. I am living love, and so it is. And I breathe. Oops. Sorry.
It's okay.
I hit the button too
It's all
quickly.
good. It's all good. It's all good. I'm too blessed.
We were so blessed to be stressed, right?
Yes, right. No stress. It's all good.
Count your blessings, Richard Medici.
Woo! Sing it with me. When upon life's billows you are tempest-tossed, when you feel discouraged, thinking all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will amaze you what the Lord has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. When your life seems empty, it is so untrue. There's a mighty presence there inside of you. Miracles take place wherever you may be, proving that God's love is with you constantly. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. Done. Woo! Ooh, yeah. So amid the conflict, whether great or small, do not be discouraged, God is over all. Count your many blessings, every doubt will fly, and you will be singing as the days goes by. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one God has done. Just count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. Just count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. There shall be showers of blessings.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Emilio. Thank you, Reverend Randy. And we hope that you have a wonderful week. Know that we have some information for you after this show that will tell you how you can donate if you so choose. And come back and watch it again on YouTube if you like. We'll see you next week. Have a blessed week and breathe.